somewhere on spaceship Earth. I need to come get a different vantage point today. It's the Borel fire. It is July 29th, Monday. It's still burning. It did not get into, looks like they fought it back pretty good last night around Bodfish, and now it's up into the top of, I don't know where it is. You can see an airplane flying up there right now. Let's see, where is it? I'm gonna give you, I got my map out here. Let me see what's going on. So just for orientation, we are up Old State Road, which runs parallel with the 155, but it's sort of a mountain road. And we are sort of northwest of the fire. If you're looking up that way, that would be Erskine Creek. I think that's Bodfish Creek. And the mountain that's on fire up there is, I'm getting my trusty map out because everyone should have a map. But I don't have my let me get my glasses. I got my sunglasses on. Hold on. I think that's Paiute Peak in the background. Brown Peak, Paiute Peak, Libel Peak, and all that kind of stuff. But that might actually be more than the Dry Meadows area. So anyway, there's the lake down there, and where I've been doing my filming normally would be over down in there. There's Fire Camp 9 where all the Forest Service people are, and our house is kind of behind that tree there. So I've been doing my normal live streams from there, but the way the fires moved, you couldn't really get a good view of it. So I was like, let me go on an adventure and see if I can get a vantage point with a cell signal and see if I could do a little live streaming. It looks like they sort of got the which would be the west side of the fire kind of buttoned up. It's just smoldering at this point, which is good. And I'm trying to get comfortable here. Let me see. Twisted. And so yeah, you're looking pretty much center of the camera. It's right up in the Erskine Creek area. It looks like there's an airplane flying around right above the ridge line up there. It's a beautiful day, that's for sure. Hectic fire. It's probably burning up some pretty nice forest right now, which is always a tragedy, man. It's funny, I haven't gotten up into that zone where it's on fire. I've been meaning to get up there lately. This was the area that burned down like in 2021. This sort of area here, so it's all coming back. But if you look, there is an airplane, some sort of firefighting plane, like right in there somewhere. I'm sure they're just scouting it, and that's so it's fairly windy today. It's not crazy, so they might be able to get a handle on it. But I'm sure I'm sort of in a weird spot right now where it's sort of hard to tell what the wind is doing. So if you were to, then we're looking up the mountains up there, that sort of Shirley Peak and all that stuff's up in there. And we are just bearing witness to what's going on out there. I did find this on the side of the road today, which is an actual Forest Service like action map from a couple days ago, or actually it was on the yesterday, no, 2 days ago. It's the 29th, which is pretty interesting because it gives all the locations of all the houses in here, so you can find out where all the houses are. I don't know what I haven't looked at the legend, but you can kind of see where all the structures are. And it gives you the fire perimeter, bunch of information here, man. It looks like I found this on the side of the road, so that was kind of rad. Let's see, what is the, let's see what all this stuff means, dude. Oh, you got drop points. Very interesting, dude. We'll have to do a bunch of research, but there's the that was the shape of the fire on the, couple days ago. It's expanded. I think it's moved down into here along this ridge and then out into here. And then that's not very good information, dude, because I just got a folded map for you, dude. What's going on, Cactus? Don't forget, if you want to join and become a member of this channel, crowdfunded reality, I've been trying to get you the some interesting perspectives of the fire. So I had to climb up here to get some good elevation on what's going on, because the fire's definitely moved out of my kind of view shed, which is down here low on the lake, and now so I got to climb up the hill to get a good look at it. And it looks like they beat the fire back pretty good last night around Bodfish, which is good. And yeah, I mean, there it is. The DUI fire, dude. So hopefully they can, hopefully the wind just stays relatively calm, but I think it is a red flag warning today. I don't know, the Forest Service switched spokesperson on their 14-day rotation, and the new guy's not disseminating information very well. So I didn't get a lot of good info today before I headed up here, which is disappointing. I know my friend who's a Forest Service spokesman is pretty disappointed on the new dude, but I'm not getting into that. But we're lacking a little bit of information today, which kind of sucks. I do know that I think the fire was at 52,000 acres, which is a lot. And I mean, I think it's just going to burn till it runs out of stuff to burn. I think they have some pretty good containment lines on the backside of the mountain. And eventually I think it hits Kelso Creek, where the Pacific Crest Trail kind of comes through at Clareville. But yeah, I mean, I think the big threat they were worried about it moving down into these canyons and burning up these communities. But I don't really see that happening. But you never know, man. You just really don't know what's going on with any of these fires at any given time. So yeah, that's it, man. Fire on the mountain, dude. Do a little dance, drink a little water, kind of thing. It's pretty trippy, man. You're sitting here watching it. It looks all like slow motion from here, but it's not slow motion up there. It's been pretty interesting when you kind of get in it. They have a lot of airplanes that do this this heat radar stuff, so you can like get these crazy videos where they do the heat radar, like, and it's like you really do see where the fire is going and what it's doing. And then there's some infrared videos you can watch from like the pilots flying around, which is super cool on that. Not as, yeah, probably trippier actually, dude. in a weird way. Because this, like, at least the one in Malibu was just a big wind event, blew down some power lines. This one's actually just because of some drunk driver, dude. So it kind of sucks, man. It's burned down a lot of people's houses, dude. So it's a weird perspective on this side, because this is definitely an unnecessary event. Like, you could definitely, that's what started it. Yep, that's what started it. Drunk driver drove off the cliff last Wednesday, and his car burst into flames because he didn't want to stop. Didn't want to stop for a concerned citizen, I guess, offering to give him a ride home too. Because there's a construction on the down in the canyon, because the river blew out part of the road last, like, 2 years ago. So they've been fixing it all up. So it's like a one lane control zone. And I guess the dude was hammered driving up the canyon and, like, blew through the construction site. And then a concerned citizen was there, and the construction people tried to stop him. And I guess the concerned citizen tried to offer to give the dude a ride home, and the dude was just like, nah, F off, and went on a super crazy drive up the canyon and drove off the cliff, burst into flames, died, and started this all off, and it just mushroomed out of control. It was funny. I was down to, like, so it started Wednesday afternoon. It was pretty small. And then Thursday, you kind of watched it creep up the side of the ridge. And I was in town dealing with getting hay and stuff. And there was a lot of bulldozers and stuff getting ready to go into action, because all the fire crews were up here for the trout long fire, but that was going on in wildernesses, right? So, like, you know, they got to fight the fire a different way when it's in a wilderness area versus, like, on actual, like, government Forest Service and BLM land. They can just break out the bulldozers and the chainsaws and cut huge fire lines. So there was a different vibe going on. And then this fire happened, and you saw they just started bringing in giant bulldozers, and it looked like they were going to get a nice fire line sort of put through the put along the ridge line, and then the wind just kicked up, and it went from like 3,000 to 10,000 to like 20,000 to like 38,000, like, super quick. And yeah, it just blew up, dude. I mean, the fact that there was a 700 firefighters stationed right down there behind our house, I mean, I think helped a lot. I think if it hadn't been for the fact there was already 700 firefighters up here, it probably would have been even more catastrophic. But then Friday night, it moved up into the community of Havilah and just burned it to the ground. So, but yeah, I mean, I think it would have been a whole lot worse. I mean, that's the thing. That base camp down there where the firefighters, like a small city, dude. And no, the mountains still don't care, dude. The mountains don't care, even the slightest, dude. It's got nothing. The only ones caring are the people, and the critters, and the critters. So it's like that. No, there's the mountains that got cooked 3 years ago. So they're just doing their thing, man. We're just here bearing witness to the folly and the actual, like, kind of like I mean, when you really see the amount of resources and just the coordinated effort to try to keep this thing from really getting super bad, it's kind of amazing. I've been shooting some footage of what's been going on because the forest or all the fire crews drive right. It's right behind our house, so it's been an interesting perspective. Nah, different fire, dude. The one with the guy who pushed the burning car in the ravine is the park fire, which is like 10 times as big as this one, dude. No, that's a different fire. It's up in Northern California. I think that thing burned like 350,000 acres, dude. Yeah, another idiot, dude. Probably drunk, would be my guess. Drunk, drugs, something, dude. So yeah, this is a good reason why you need to be sober, not out manhandling reality with your drunkenness. It's pretty gnarly. It's a heavy vibe, indeed. Indeed it is, dude. So yeah, it's still, I mean, the crazy thing was how much, because the smoke like lays in up here, and when the wind dies down at night, like the smoke this morning was so thick you couldn't see like across the lake. I couldn't even see the water this morning again, dude. Yeah, the human interactions like gnarly, but it's again, it's that weird thing, people say like one person can't change the world, and then one person just Barneys the whole thing and proves that to be a falsehood. So I mean, that's how much power we have as a human being. But I always say that like it's easier to destroy than build, man. Building's hard, dude. Building is super hard. Like, I mean, look at this. I mean, this will all grow back eventually. Like this all burned the other year. I mean, look, there's the oak. The trees are coming back. The oaks are growing, and it like I said, the nature's just like, yeah, whatever, dude. It's only us as human beings that like don't get to go experience like fantastic forests that have been around for a long time because we just barneyed it and burned it all to the ground or cut it or did whatever we did. But it's interesting to watch the conspiracy theories on both sides about like there's people that are actually like this is like the forest is like letting it burn so they can seize their houses to put rail lines in. Like that dumb conspiracy still going around. And then there's the global warming conspiracy people on the other side going, this is all global warming. And it's like, no, it's just an idiot who drove off the cliff drunk, dude. It's not global warming. It's not a government conspiracy. It's just one donkey just just decided he didn't want to face up to the consequences of getting caught being drunk on the road. Didn't he? The hottest is I don't even think that like that. I don't even think that cops would have gotten involved. I think the dude just. I think the one guy just wanted to give the guy a ride home, and the dude didn't want to like leave his car or something. Just your typical like maniac shit, man. Like I've been there. I know what it's all about. So I got no sympathy for it, man. I don't have any empathy for it either, man. I'm like, I can forgive though. I can forgive the folly of a drunk human being who's lost, man. But man, the empathy I gotta have is for the people that lost everything, dude. So we're helping out how we can. We're doing like we're doing the youth group that used to meet with one of the families that lost all their stuff. We're having the youth groups over to our house, and we've been letting the kids of the Forest Service people like stay at our house while they go and fight the fires because this is like a huge Forest Service, like a lot of firefighters up here, whether they be county or federal or state. Like it's one of those interesting communities where a lot of people who live up here are all all firefighters. So there's a huge firefighter community up here, and it's very interesting. So yeah, we're right in. We got a pipeline to the information, but I don't know. Like, and then I found this on the side of the road too. This whatever this is. This is the it's like the full. They're like morning information packet, dude, from the other day. Oh, it's all their radio things and stuff, dude. It's interesting. Incident radio communication plan. It's all their frequencies and stuff. Trippy. All their assignments. Pretty interesting piece of paperwork I found on the side of the road, dude. I have to admit, dude. Huh. Trippy, dude. Yeah. Funny things you find on the side of the road, man. I am a scavenger, dude. I found like a giant fire map that's like 8x4, dude. It's gonna be a collector's. It's gonna be a museum piece in 100 years, dude. It's got all the fire out, perimeter outlines, all sorts of stuff. Looks like the fire's really kicking up in there, dude, on that ridge top, man. It looks like there's a lot of fuel up there. I don't know what they're doing up there, man. I imagine they're pretty worried about it getting into the drainage. Surprised we're not seeing more. I know there's been a lot of airplanes flying, dropping retardant, and there's been no shortage of helicopters, but they've been doing a lot of work at night with the helicopters, man. It's been pretty crazy because the helicopter base is right next to our house too. So it was like all night helicopters flying over our house, refueling and doing their helicopter stuff, dude. I could have just set up a camera and just filmed helicopters all night too. But we're gonna take this out to the 30-minute mark here, and I'm gonna head down and do some work on the ranch. And I was busy tuning my chainsaw before I I came out and did a poke around, little poke around, see what's going down. A lot of wind though. You can see the grass. I mean, I'm in a sort of a sheltered spot, but you can see there's a fair amount of wind. Oh, look at it, drop the retardant. You see that? Look at the orange mist right there. Okay. Interesting. I pointed down right when the action was happening. So they got airplanes on there dropping the retardant. It's crazy, dude. That airplane was teeny looking, dude. I don't know if you caught it, dude. I was looking at the leaves blowing in the wind. It's been pretty kind of amazing watching all the aerial stuff going on with the pilots and the helicopters and airplanes. Man, I hope they button it up, dude. I really do, man. A lot of fuel up there, dude. Well, we had like 2 winters, so like 2 wet winters too, man. So there's a lot of vegetation up in the up in here, and it's hot. Like not too crazy today. I mean, the temperature came down like 15 degrees, so that's good. I don't think there's much humidity though. I don't know, man. pretty wild. Pretty wild. I mean, I've been watching fires burn up here now for like 2 weeks. Because the ones that were going up to the north of us, you would just see the big clouds like puff up during mid-afternoon when the weather shifted. But they kind of buttoned those up. Just kind of a bummer. It burned up the parts of the Dome Land wilderness, but nothing compared to what's going on here, man. And then I'm sure I'll go up and get a bunch of posts. I could probably talk my way into getting up in there and just getting some actual but I'm one of those, dude. I gotta let these people do their thing, and I could make some press credentials at home and totally bluff my way through, but I'm not gonna do that. Even though, I am a citizen journalist, dude, as we're here live streaming from a old state road looking south. I'm probably pretty due south looking at the fire right now. And that would be, again, for those that are curious, if you've got your handy dandy map or app or whatever, map app, your map app, it's looks like Sunset Point, Libel Peak, Brown Peak, that kind of area. We're all journalists, man. We are all journalists. One of the upsides of us all having the mind control device. You can see there's some trippy cloud here that's like a different color. I don't know if that's further back, because I know the fire goes way back on the into the back there. Bunch of huge ranches, but Rankin ranches back there. But that looks like some crazy puff up going right there. Look at that thing growing, dude. Because that's pretty wild. Because I think that's on the whole other side of this huge smoke. It's pretty interesting. You can see that one. That's crazy. That's still burning down in Clear Creek and Havilah and stuff. Look at that thing climbing, man. It's wild. Hectic. It's crazy. There's 1,200 firefighters up here. But I'm sure they do shifts. And they got the two other fires they're cleaning up. So I wonder how many firefighters are actually on this one right now. I know a bunch of resources went north. Looks like, from my perspective, it looks like it's sort of flared up a little bit. I wonder if the wind is just getting stronger over there or something. Hard to say. I mean, you can see off that one corner right there. Look at all that smoke right there. And I don't want to zoom in. The video I did the zoom ins with did something weird on the YouTube, when it sorted itself out. It's like it just picked the zoom mode in when it did its processing or whatever. So I don't know. We're just doing long lens. So if I'm seeing where that big flame up is, that is, let me consult the map. I'm thinking that is down there in Haight Canyon, or maybe it's the backside of Red Mountain or something. That's really kind of kicked off, hasn't it, dude? Pretty wild view up here, man. I've never even been up this road. I just scouting around looking for somewhere to get a good view. New terrain. Yeah, it looks like it's taken a. It looks like we've watched it kind of take a twist. I don't know. See how it's sort of clearing up a lot on that ridge? It's sort of clearing up, and you can kind of see like where the smoke's coming from more. I wonder if that's because the wind is getting stronger. I mean, it really's looking like something's going on the backside right there, and that would be that backside of Red Mountain. I know there's a whole community back there, but you can see it's sort of creeping down into the drainage a little bit. I know that's what they're really worried about is the wind switching to more of a south wind blowing north. As of this morning, there was zero containment, so I don't know. You can see something kicked off in the middle there too. Hectic. I was gonna end this, but like it sort of seems like it's doing whatever it's doing. We'll hang out a little bit longer till my arm gets tired. I'm kind of there. I need to go eat some lunch though. You can see that big dirty cloud right in the back, in the middle of that middle thing going. It's going nuts. Cloud in the background going nuts, dude. Jiminy crickets, man. You can see. Look at that flare up going on, dude. What's going on, Dan Z? I have a feeling that the wind kicked up over there or something. Nuts, man. See it flexing right there? See the arm flexing right there? Like the Zeus flex? Zeus flex. Man, it's getting crazy in there. You can really see it now. Holy smokes. Ugh. Yeah, it seems like the wind kicked up a notch. Man, oh man. What's trippy, the flames down there are gigantic, dude. We're just so far away, you can't even really tell. And then you're so far away too, like far, far, far away. Yeah, it's definitely not steam, man. It is definitely not steam missing remote. Well, I think I'm gonna wrap it up here, you guys. I'll come back I'll try to see if I can get a vantage point later this evening. It's 3 o'clock now, Pacific Standard Time. We're gonna wrap up a little 30 minutes update on the fire. And like I said, if you want to join, become a member of the channel, there's a link down below. Membership's greatly appreciated. crowdfunded, appreciated, all that stuff. But you know what? The most important thing you can do to support this channel is just be kind to each other, use the name tags, and get yourself spiritually fit and maybe even sober up, man. With that said, it's good to see you on the stream there, Lily. We'll be back later, you guys.